What's up, guys? It's been 2000 YGO. I am your friendly neighborhood Yu-Gi-Oh! Superhero, and today, guys, we're talking the 2019 Megatens and the ban list. Stick around, see what I mean. Alright, so today's video, I'm going to be talking about cards that can come back because of the Megaten promos. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you know, if you've been living under a, a Nibiru for all this time. I know, that was a horrible joke. Sorry. You've been living under a Nibiru.
6.5 hours later.
Oh god. Anyway, these three cards are Nibiru, the primal being. You know, the thing that apparently, if you haven't heard of this card, that's what you've been living under. Dimension Shifter and Dark Ruler No More. So because these three cards exist or about to exist, as of making this video, they haven't come out yet. But by the time you guys see that, that may not be the case. Anyway, I'm talking about 10 cards that I think that are banned that could come back because these cards exist. I mean, they could come back. Some of them can come back for other reasons, but these cards are pretty good. Like, see, more cards can come off the list. So, starting with True King Lithozajum, the Disaster. This is the first card I think they can come back, you know, at least to 1. I don't think he'll do any harm at 1. I know he's an extra deck hitter, but, you know, the thing is, a lot of the decks that would use this card are going to make a lot more summons, which makes Nibiru and Dimensional Shift very dangerous. So, you know, he's just going to add summons, like, especially because dinosaur players are what particularly comes to mind with this card. So dinosaur players are going to play this card, they're going to blow up babies in their hand, the babies will get, look at that, 3 summons right there, and then they're like, oh, I'm going to summon again, and then you're like, nuke. That's what happens when Nibiru hits the board. Or you can wait till it's your turn, and they can be like, Dark Ruler No More? Screw your stuff? Get rid of your field? I win? Ish? I mean, this is going to turn to respond, but if you're just looking not to die, it's a hell of a card. Blackwing Gofu the Vague Shadow, another card I would add to the list. It's very powerful in link spammy type decks. So these decks most likely would already summon enough for you to drop Nibiru and or use Dimensional Shifter or Dark Ruler No More. Basically, this card is just going to be one more card to add to the list. I mean, like I said, it's going to be a link spammy type card. They're going to throw this out, they're going to link spam, and then you're going to be like,
hell no, motherfuckers!
Now here's a controversial one. I'm ready for the hate in the comment section.
Let the hate flow through you.
Fairy Tale Snow. Oh no! I know. Now, I know that you guys are thinking, you're like, Fairy Tale Snow. I'm like, and my answer to you is Dimension Shifter. I can maybe bring it back once, and then I'm like, no, it's gone forever. And I mean it coming back to 1. Most of these cards, that's what I mean. I don't mean like them coming back as a play set. Just for the record, I'm talking about to 1. Every card in this list is okay. The next card is very much in the same vein as Gofu. And I know the plant players will rejoice for me saying this. Yes! Yes! I think Dandelion could come back. Again, Nibiru is just going to be like, just kind of looming over, so everybody's going to be like, ooh, I've either got to get a monster negate on the field fast, or which will may fill up my extra deck monster zone, which means I may be limited in what I can do. So everyone will play conservatively, which I think was the point of these hand traps and this spell. The next one is Level Eater. This guy's in the same vein as Fairy Tale Snow. You need a graveyard. Dimension Shifter says no graveyard. So therefore Level Eater can come back to 1. Nibiru again will also be one of those cards that's just kind of like, go ahead, summon 5 times. I dare you. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Make my millennium.
You know what I mean? And the next thing you know, your opponent's like, my field just gone again. Damn Meteor. Soul Charge. Ooh. Now, wouldn't that suck if you activated Soul Charge, paid for 5,000 life points, and then your opponent dropped a Nibiru on you?
Bad guy falls and poop. Classic element of physical comedy. Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Now you've lost all your advantage, and you've lost a huge chunk of your life points. You gotta admit that'd be kind of funny. Even better is if they dropped a Nibiru and then chained like Dimension Shifter to that. So they're like, Shifter, Nibiru, and then those cards got banished. Ooh, ouch. Oh man, that would be rough. Now, this one is a little different because this card, I think, in my opinion, could already come back because it's just not as powerful as it once was, and that is Magical Scientist. Magical Scientist, it was powerful for what it was used for. It was basically used with the electromagnetic turtle, so you know, to constantly burn, but electromagnetic turtle's got an errata, so it's once per turn. And this card is like, you still have to pay 1,000 life points. And then now, thanks to Master Rule 4, what are you gonna do? Like, seriously, what level? The best you can do with this card is like summon Thousand Eyes Restrict, suck up an opponent's monster, and then link off for 2. I'm not saying that that isn't good. It's a good play. But it doesn't facilitate an OTK or an FTK anymore. I mean, he's a level 1 spellcaster. There's some utility in that, I guess. But him coming back to 1 would be harmless, and no meta deck would play him. No one would even care. The next one. Cyberjar. Hear me out, guys. First things first, if you were to even happen to get this off, which, good luck, somebody's going to get rid of that long before they would flip Cyberjar. Even if you get it off, your opponent's going to be like, okay, we'll summon a bunch of monsters, and then I'll Nibiru your ass. So you'll have one giant token, and I'll have an army of monsters to make whatever I want on my turn, and then I will proceed to destroy the token and you. So Cyberjar could come back, and that's just assuming you got it off. Because good luck. Just good luck. You'll need it. Flip effects just aren't as good as they used to be. The next one on this list is Elder Entity Norton. I know some of you guys are like, what? But 1 card exceeds are not anywhere near as dangerous as they once were. I mean, in theory of this list, here's the best case scenario, right? You maybe could use this with the Magical Scientist, right? Magical Scientist, you pay your points, you get your free Norton, your Norton gets a dude from the grave. Oh, look! I can now make a rank 3, or I can, you know, link climb or whatever. You knew what I meant to say. I'll link 3. You know, that, sure. Okay, that's not crazy, but then Nibiru would be like, that's 5 summons. And then you're nuked again. Or better yet, let's assume you even make a competent board, and then you're sitting there like, get through that. And then they're like, okay, I activate Dark Ruler no more, Geki, wait, there went your field. And so the last card is actually more of a group of cards. The remaining Dragon Rulers.
Oh, here, kill him with this.
I know, hold on, hold your pitchforks. But let's face it, if with these 3 cards out there, what board could Dragon Rulers possibly throw out at you? Come on, they don't even mesh well with the Guard Dragons because their levels are too high. I mean, other than searching smaller dragons, the Dragon Rulers would serve no purpose in that aspect of the game. And with these 3 cards, I mean, if you got a playset of each, which I know most people will. They will wait for people to open up their mega tins, and then they will buy these from them. You know, I'm not saying it's a bad investment if you're not wanting to spend, you know, $90 to guarantee you might get a playset of these, or however much, you know. I mean, people are gonna crack these open left and right, but these cards will be flying around, and I'm sorry, but each one of these three can destroy the Dragon Ruler. Don't get me wrong, I love the Dragon Rulers, okay? I'm completely biased here, I want them back. But even I have to acknowledge that with these three cards existing in the game, and people are going to try to buy these to get a playset of them, they're just gonna, all three of them can wreck a Dragon Ruler deck. Oh, no graveyard. What are you gonna banish from your hand? You know what I mean? Oh, you made a field. Congratulations, Nibiru. Oh, I don't have Nibiru? Oh, okay, Dark Ruler no more? Geki? Dark Hole? Evenly? I mean, take your pick on how you want to get rid of them. I'm playing Lightsworn? Judgment Dragon? I don't know, that one was just for funsies' sake. But you guys get where I'm going with this. Because of all of these factors, the way the game currently is, and these cards existing, the ban list could literally let out some of the most powerful cards in our game again. Why? Because these cards exist. Oh, by the way, guys, before we get out of here, if you want to check about 10 cards that I think shouldn't be in the game, that's right, I would perfectly be willing to trade the list of cards that that are on this list for the cards that are going to be on that list. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Team FTK channel, because by the time you guys see this video, there will be a list video talking about the toxic cards in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think that these cards could replace those cards. And if you guys want to hate me for some reason, I'm sure some of you might, make sure you go subscribe to the Team FTK channel and check that out, because I'll be posting over there soon. Alright guys, I'm Ben2000 from YGO. I'm your friendly neighborhood Yu-Gi-Oh! Superhero, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.